Hey, how you doing? I'm your host, Fletch. Today's memory lane I want to go down is a company that was actually bigger than Amazon, if you can believe it or not. Of course, this is years ago. It started in 1988. It was called Sears. And basically, the company sent out catalogs. Big, thick. I remember when I was a kid, that poor postman, he'd have to deliver them 3, 4 times a year. And it was always exciting when they did arrive because they sold everything just like Amazon does. Granted, you had to wait a little longer than Amazon. Probably had to wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Oh my gosh, that's too long. We're happy Amazon's here and we get our things a little quicker. But Sears started in 1988 and they sold everything just like Amazon. I think, I know Sears is selling houses. I don't think Amazon is. Maybe they are. Who knows? But yeah, anything back in that, when it started in 1888 and it was so popular through 70s and 80s, probably 70s, that, they had everything. That was the one stop place to shop, just like we are dealing with Amazon right now. And again, they had a variety. They'll send out a catalog for fall, winter, um, summer, and spring. One just for the Christmas. And they were thick too. I mean, I know the regular ones, probably 2 inches thick. And it was so, as a kid, it was always, right to the toy section. And you just skimming through that. And, they had the index in the front, and then you'd have to search. And then, and of course, if you wanted something, and if the parents said, yeah, okay, let's get it, you had to order it. You probably had to actually get in the vehicle, go to the little, I know in the hometown I was at, was a little small store. They didn't have much inventory, and you would order it. And again, probably took a week, probably took 2 weeks, 3 weeks, who knows. But yeah, the pages, and just skimming through it, and then you kind of slow down when you get to the ladies' undergarment. Hey, sorry, I'm a teenager. I was a teenager then, but they sold everything, and oh boy, I don't recall what we would have gotten from them. I know I would for myself. I was starting to, with my first car. I know I had to order a couple things for uh, just basic stuff. I remember I ordered a battery. I had to wait a week or two to get it. Um, but hey, that was life back then. You had to wait for everything. Unlike Amazon nowadays, 24 hours you got it or less on your front doorstep. So amazing how it improved. Other than that, again, Sears was uh, big in selling, and I'm sure people have heard Craftsman tools. I remember back then it was a lifetime guarantee. You snap a wrench, you're going to get a free one. They also had Kenmore appliances. So I remember that was a good brand. Both brands were high quality. I even read that back in the day, early 1900s, they were selling motorcycles and buggies. So they, like again, they're like the Amazon we are today. Short story too. As my father, Tid, 93 years old, says, yes, we got the Sears catalog, but we used it for other things. And that would have been in the outhouse, and they used it for toilet paper. Yes, he tells me that all the time, so it is true. And keep in mind what I said, up north Minnesota, 30 below in the winter, he was in the outhouse, and there was no heater. Just him and the old Sears catalog. So, funny story in that. That's my memory lane. Until the next one, take care.